we haven't really had much time to stop and take it in. We've been working really hard, just trying to support the record as much as we can and visit all the places that there's a demand for the band, and that seems to be more than we were anticipating. So yeah, we're quite a busy year, no doubt.
The turnout for that show was just insane. It's like, we hoped it would be good, but we had no idea it would be quite as busy for a kind of mid-afternoon slot. Yeah, we reckon there was about 44,000 people that kind of showed up. It's pretty overwhelming, but we had a really good show, a couple of shows there actually. So
Pacing, a lot of pacing.
You did pace a lot actually.
A lot of pacing, a lot of silence.
More than you should.
A lot of tension in the air. To this, it doesn't feel the same though. It feels like, I guess when you're that far away from home, it's just different. I don't know. I think.
Well, I guess you're playing in the middle of a desert, so we're not like it is intensely hot. So well, hydrating and trying to acclimatise.
Yeah. Multiple applications of sunscreen.
Yeah, it's one of the hottest shows I've ever played. I think it's just really interesting.
Yeah, we were quite lucky as well because after we played there was a big kind of wind came up which created like a sandstorm and everybody's gear was kind of breaking down mid-set and stuff, so I think we kind of dodged a sandy bullet.
It's interesting. I don't really have, I mean, the only kind of impression I have of the Glastonbury crowd is from watching it on TV every year since I was 16 years old, and it always seems to be quite a ruckus, but like a positive one. It doesn't seem like there's people like out of their minds or anything. Everyone seems to be just in a really good mood and the right spirit, and it's kind of more in kin with a lot of American festivals. It's not, there's no like crazy drinking or anything like that. It's all just, people in America are very outward, especially when they come to shows, so you kind of get used to that, and the British are a bit more reserved, I think, in general, but not so much here in my experience. It's like one of the special crowds as far as I can tell, but ask me that after the show, maybe I'll have to yeah.
Started throwing around some sketches and ideas on the road as well, so we'll have kind of a lot of jumping off points once we actually get all together in the studio. So at the moment we're just trying to sort our studio out and get it kind of kitted out properly for the second record, and I just can't wait to have that change in pace because it's been pretty hectic over the last year.
I don't know. Well, I guess like it's hard for us, like the way we write, it's quite hard to say what it's going to be like until we've started doing it. It's quite like, although we can now start making ideas as we're touring, I think we won't really know until we properly get in there. But I guess you don't want to write the second record about how much you toured the first record, so just have to try and not do that and see. But beyond that, I don't know, I think in terms of sound we're just trying to think of like, I don't know, something that's just a development on the first record but not completely changing the dynamic really. Just trying to think about things that are positive about that, and then what we think would be interesting now.
I think it's unavoidable that our experience of playing live is going to affect how the record turns out, but I think that's a positive at the end of the day, because we're going to have to play it every night, you know, for the next however many months.
It's a balance.
So, yeah.
It's like playing live tonight every night is like immediate and instant feedback about what you've done, but playing a live show isn't the be all and end all of writing or creating output, you know, of making a good record. So it'll be about balance, drawing on that experience, but still not losing sight of what we're doing. Like, i.e., not trying to write loads of one really slow moving chords stadium anthems because you want to hear them on festival is, you know. So there's a balance between those things, you know.
The only pressure I think that this band ever feels is kind of internal. Is the pressure to make the best record that we can possibly make and to satisfy our own pretty high standards. And I think that's important to not lose sight of that, because there will be a lot of external pressure on like when's the album coming out and all that stuff. But we just basically, if the album isn't good enough, the whole job's over anyway. So we need to be absolutely sure that we've done the best that we can.
From day one we've been pretty good at not paying too much attention to what's going on around the band, and we'll continue, you know, and that being just do our own thing and make the best music we can.
It's like Groundhog Day, isn't it? You go to your bed, you wake up, you're at a new festival site or a gig, and then you're mostly spend time backstage or on the tour bus, or you know.
Imagine it would be like
it's totally
a really, really disorganized shit army. Like many of the similar ideals and similar living conditions without any of the health and efficiency and organisation.
We're very lucky. Like I've never been in bands before where you actually graduate to the bus tour, and if you can get out of the van and get into the bus, like you get a lot more sleep, which you don't get on van tours. And although we live on top of each other, and there's definite downsides to it, and you don't get to be at home very much, and yeah, learning to sleep in really noisy environments through X amount of snoring and people playing PlayStation and stuff like that is difficult, but it's definitely better than we wouldn't be able to cover the ground that we cover if we were still doing splitter van tours. So it's alright. We're lucky.
It's interesting. Usually we've been listening to music all day and talking about music all day, so there's not much communal bus listening, but
normally in the headphones.
Once or twice a week there'll be a bit of a bus party, and then it's just all Michael Jackson and Cyndi Lauper.
We have to leave. We've got an 18-hour drive to St. Gallen Festival in Switzerland. So yeah, we're pretty much leaving as soon as the trailer's packed. We're gone.
But it's a shame because there's so many things on this weekend I would like to see, but it's just not going to happen. So yeah, I saw a bit of Courtney Barnett earlier, which was really good. And I think if we were around over the weekend, there's a band called Tough Love from Glasgow that are playing over the weekend as well, and Dolly. When am I ever going to see Dolly Parton in my life? Ever. And she's got an incredible voice, actually. The range on that is insane.
Great songwriter as well. Forget that she wrote I Will Always Love You.
And Jolene.
And Jolene, my god, I love that song.
One of the greatest songs of all time. There you go.